what's up, guys? Peace and blessings. Welcome to my live real talk with your girl, Lady D. How are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing great. Good morning, grand rising, or maybe in your neck of the woods, it might be good evening. But I came on, guys, this right here. At first, I had to pray on this. This right here is a lot. So before I continue with my live, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos however you feel led. Go ahead and do it, click whatever, because in here, like I said, this is real talk, and my channel is not for everyone. As you can see right here, I try to go ahead and stand on my truth. But this right here, guys, I am not going to tell you no lie. I had to pray on this right here at first. You know, I was looking at it just like, in the natural eyes, just like everybody else look at it, until, pretty much I had to see God on this right here. And the reason why is because there are babies that's involved. And at the end, we know exactly, who is going to go ahead and get hurt. But before I get into all this right here, I don't know if you all had seen Jill Scott rendition of the national anthem. I mean, this right here, I want to go ahead and see if I can show you guys this right here before I get in the rest of my commentary. But again, guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and unbiased. But let me see if I can go ahead. I hope I don't go into the matrix. That's why I pretty much don't cam up, because I always have a problem when I come on, doing my screaming, which I would love to go ahead and start back and do my reaction videos, which, you guys have been following me for a long time. You all know that when I make those videos, I know exactly how to make it come alive. But you know, it's a lot of work in it. So guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos. If you like what you are watching, even if you don't like it, like I said, the truth hurt and nobody likes the truth, but it's good for our soul. So let me see if I can go ahead and let you guys hear. I don't know if I'm going to get a copyright strike, but I'm gonna just go ahead and try it. I want you guys to see the this national anthem of Jill Scott. I mean, this right here had really touched my spirit. Let me go ahead and pull this up, and then we can go ahead and get into my commentary. I hope you guys can see it, because I went ahead and added on. Let me see if y'all can see it. Yeah, guys, this really had touched my spirit right here. Let me see. Wait, let me see if I can add it on. I don't know if hold on one second. I want you guys to see this right here before I continue. I mean, this right here really touched my spirit when I had saw this on the shed room. Let me see if I can pull it up, and then we can go ahead and get into my commentary. Let me see. Bear with me, guys. Yeah, I don't know if y'all saw this right here. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's gonna allow me to come pull it up. I don't see it on my screen. Let me see if I can go ahead. Okay, it's on. Let me show you this right here. This right here really touched my spirit. This is Jill Scott. I mean, she really sat there, and I mean, she did a thing with the national anthem, and I mean, she had everybody surprised. Well, not surprised, but shocked. Let me see if y'all can hear a little bit of this right here. Can you see by the blood in the street that this place doesn't smile? Let me go ahead and stop it right here. Do you hear that right there? I mean, she's singing I mean, she her rendition of the national anthem, but, she's talking about our people. I mean, guys, make sure you go ahead and check it out. I don't wanna go ahead and play the entire thing because I don't want a copyright strike, which most likely I might get one, but I'm gonna go ahead and edit this part out. But, this right here, I mean, it really touched my heart to see that, how she went and she sung that, national anthem, and she put our people in place. I mean, like I say, this generation right here, this is a generation that, they're not going to just take all this stuff just lying down. I mean, they are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And you guys need to, I mean, hear this entire rendition of her way of singing the national anthem. I wish someone would have went ahead and wrote it down because I can go ahead and read it to you. But this is, I mean, this really had touched my heart. I wish I can just go ahead and play the entire thing. And when she was saying the home of the brave, she didn't say the home of the brave. She said the home of the slaves. And nobody cannot get mad because this generation right here, they are crying out. They are crying out. They see all the stuff that is going on and still continue going on. That's why I sat there and say, guys, we got to stop allowing these people to go ahead and rock us to sleep. So make sure you go ahead and check that out. And also, I want to share this with you. Right here, I see where it says that NeNe Leakes, I guess she was talking to TMZ, where they had asked her a question, if she's coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Right here, it says that NeNe Leakes shared that she would return to Real Housewives of Atlanta for the fans. They're the ones that love to see me in that position. So she was saying, if she do come back, that she was going to come back, for the fans. But this right here, it was TMZ had ran into NeNe Leakes out in Beverly Hills, and all this right here is coming from the shed room, and asked her how her former co-star Kim Zolciak was doing overall following her split from Croy Billman. NeNe shared that she didn't know, which we all know she did, but she did say that she did reach out to Kim to show her support, as Kim had previously reached out to her, when she was going through all the stuff with Greg, especially with the cancer and, his death and all this other stuff. But then, NeNe got to go ahead and put her 2 cents in. NeNe was then asked if Real Housewives of Atlanta need her and Kim back on the show. NeNe responded and said, I would say check the ratings. She then was asked, what did she mean by that? Do which she respond, that should give you an answer. And then it also says that NeNe continued to share that she would return to the show for fans. The fans are the ones that love me. They're the ones that love to see me in that position, and I wouldn't do anything for them. She would do anything for them. And that's where Portia has said, she is the show, which NeNe is the show. After NeNe left, man, the show pretty much had went down. But like I said, you cannot compare NeNe to uh what's the name, Melanie. You can't compare NeNe to all that because, like I said, NeNe was the engine to Real Housewives of Atlanta, and you know that's two different lanes. But let me go ahead. I wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys right fast because when it came to Jill Scott with the national anthem, her rendition, it really had, touched my spirit. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this right here. I hope you guys can hear me real good on this mic right here. But before I go ahead and continue with my commentary, I want to go ahead and start it off with this scripture that God had given to me regards to all this stuff right here. And I'm so glad that I went ahead and I seek God before I came on to do my live because I'm I'm not gonna tell you no lie, man. I really had to seek God when it came to stuff like this. And some might sit there and say, just, you know, that's new that's coming on my platform, how could God be a part of this? Well, like I said, we have to take the foolish things of this world to conform the wise, and this is where our people at right here when it comes to these reality shows, smack dab in the middle of it. Of us, we don't even know how it feels to go outside and touch grass, because we're so busy in these reality shows. So we have to meet people where they are. But this is a scripture that the Most High God had laid in my heart in First Timothy 6:9. It says, "But those who want to be rich fall into temptation and are trapped by many senseless and harmful desires that plunge people into ruins and destruction." Did you get what I did you get the scripture right here? Those that seeks to be rich. So all this right here, this is the scripture that the Most High God had given to me when it came to all this stuff that's going on with love and marriage in Huntsville. Because love of money, we already know, can be the root of all evil. Just because, you wants to be rich and you wants to be famous, but there is a price. There is a price. And once you sign your name on that dotted line, that contract, and you say that when they go low, you're going to take it to hell. And I've been telling you guys for a long time that there is life and death that is in the power of the tongue. We have to be careful how we speak things, because believe it or not, when you playing on the devil's playground, you're going to have to answer for this. And I was reading some of the text messages that Arionne Curry had put out on social media, which one of my friends that comes on, she said that Martell is now saying that it was him that had put that tweet out, which I don't think that Martell did it. And I'm gonna say allegedly, I think that Martell is trying to go ahead and clean up this mess because, like I said, he helped created all these monsters. But like I said, in here, I speak truth. This is not for everybody, but I'm going to stand on my truth, whether you like it or not, because like I said, I'm not here to tickle nobody ears. But let me go ahead and read, which I know you guys had heard this right here 101 times. I'm just going to read this tweet right here where it says, "Laugh out loud, pull up, not today, maybe next week when you got the kids and can get one of your 22 babysitters." Now, all this stuff had came about when Mel had came on her Instagram to go ahead and address all this stuff, which Arionne Curry had said that she was not talking about Mel. She was talking about, I guess it was one of the other ones. I'm not even going to go ahead and drag her in it, but KB. And that's who Arionne was addressing all this stuff too. But Mel, I guess she felt that Arionne Curry was talking about her, and she said what she said. So, like I said, we have to be careful, how we come off of our throne of, to entertain all this stuff, because all you're doing pretty much is just adding fuel to the fire. But at first, when I had saw this and I had made my thumbnail, I was more, into the flesh, where I really didn't get a revelation to seek God. You know, to me, at first it was funny where I really had gotten convicted. So I had to seek God on this right here before I came on, because like I said, when you dragging kids in the mix of it, nothing good is going to come out of it. And to be honest, no one hands is clean when it comes to stuff like this. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to get deep into it, because like I said, when it comes to My channel is not for everybody. I don't see these reality shows like you guys see it. I don't get into all that beef and try to tear somebody else down. If I'm going to tear you down, I'm going to build you back up because, like I said, this right here is in my lane. But let me go ahead and read this again, which I know you guys have heard it 101 times, where it says, laugh out loud, pull up, not today, maybe next week when you got the kids and can get one of your 22 babysitters. Me, though, I'm out being a mother to our 5 kids. It's family day. Holler at after the fourth. We out here having fun, Bookie Boo. So I guess Bookie Boo was her referring to Arionne, referring to Melody. And as I was praying, I was saying, God, how do you want me to deliver this message to your people? And how, like I said, nothing good is going to come out of this. First of all, just like it was a tweet out there by Belinda. Belinda is one of the girls that they was trying to attach Martell to, which I'm not going to go ahead and get to all that stuff because, like I said, I'm not into all this stuff, but you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Where even she had to come out and tell Martell, pretty much to tell Arionne Curry, she have to know her boundaries. It's some things that you cannot cross or you cannot even speak of, especially when it comes to children. Because even though they are babies, but these babies got to grow up. And I know this is God that is talking to me right now because I can feel the anointing all over my body right now. So I am telling you, Arionne Curry, like I said, I don't have a fight in this. I don't know you guys from a can of paint, but I'm telling you to back off. Back off because whatever is going on between Melanie, her children, and Martell, you have nothing to do with it. Now, I do understand that they are putting you in the mix of it. Martell mess. Yes, this is Martell mess. But I'm not going to sit there and keep harboring over that Martell, he stepped out in his marriage. Because, like I said, I don't know these people from a can of paint. We looking from the outside in. I don't know how all this stuff had transpired. Like I said, it takes two to tear a house down. But also, Arionne, she have to know her place. And your place is not to put nothing out like this. This is disrespectful. And I don't think that God is in the mix of all this stuff of you trying to build up a family because I know when it comes to kids, because like I said, I cannot tell you anything that I've never been in myself. When it comes to children, their mother gonna always be their mother. I don't care if they was the worst mother in the world. I don't care if they was the worst dad in the world. They gonna always love their mother and they gonna always love their father. It does not matter what they do to them. I remember when I was going through all this stuff right here with my agency. We was replacing from babies to old women. We was serving all these people. But I remember a story where I had saw a mother had took her child and put it in a refrigerator, in a freezer. And the child survived, even though she had both legs was amputated. And when that child was able to talk, even though her mother was the one that put her in the refrigerator, in the freezer, when she came through, the first thing that she said was, "Where was my mother? Where is my mother?" She was looking for her mother, of all the stuff that her mom did to her. So all I'm just saying right now is that take your hands off of it. Now, when when it came to this reality show, like I said, and I'm gonna continue saying it, no way in the world that I would have put my life on display for the entire world to pick it apart, especially when I know all this stuff was going on. Like I said, when it comes to money, all money is not good money. And sometimes you have to be careful of what you ask for because you might get it. Like they said, much is given, much is required. So we have to be careful what we ask for. And especially when you trying to be famous, rich and famous, that's a cost. That's a price. That is a price. And do you think that once you sit there and you play on the devil's playground, do you think that the devil gonna play fair? No, he's not gonna play fair. He gonna make you pay, and the penalty is severe. It's cost. And the thing about it, like I said, I believe that all of them is good people. Martell is a good people. I don't know these people from a can of paint. I don't know these people personally, but I believe that they all are good people. But what they did was they allowed all this stuff to just get out of hand, get out of control because of fame and fortune, because of almighty dollars. All we could talk about is what they put out there. And I do understand how Arionne feel that she got to fight back because she feel that her voice is not being heard. She believed that everybody, which they are, everybody is talking about her, but she does not have that platform where, she can tell her side. And by people coming out and saying that Melanie is classy, she is trashy, and, saying all these stuff about her, you know, that would make anybody upset. But like I said, some things is just best to just, leave it alone because all you're going to do is just make it worse. So it's best for you to wait your turn because anytime when you start putting your hands in it, all you're doing is tying up God's hands. That's just like when it comes to Melanie. When it comes to Melanie, everybody was saying, how Melanie, what she's going through, she does not deserve that. No, she does not deserve it. But the reason why God cannot fight her battle because you taking it on your own. Revenge is not yours. Revenge is the Lord. How you expect the Most High God to get you out of this when you keep feigning the fire, when you keep gaslighting? Like I said, guys, nothing good is going to come out of this. And I had to go back to season 2, and for some reason, that notification came on my timeline, and the meat is in season 2, how all this stuff came about. And like I understand, guys, some people say, "Oh my God, why is she so involved in this reality show?" Well, like I said, when you bring something to me to give my review, I'm not going to tell it to you the way that you think that, it should be told. Because like I said, I can take all this stuff right here to confound the wise. This is foolish to me. But like I said, we all can take a piece of all this stuff that is going on. Because like I said, who could tell it better than the ones that already been through? I've been on both sides. I know exactly how it is what Martell is going through. We lived it. I know how it feels what Melanie is going through because I lived it. Ain't nothing new under the sun. But what really made this right here get out of hand, because what they did was They allowed the entire world to pick it apart. Everybody become therapists. Everybody, all in your business. Everybody picking in it. But at the end of the day, like I said, the only ones that's going to get hurt the most, and that's the kids, because those kids, they see all this. One thing when it comes to children, children are like sponges. They may not say anything right now, but they see all that. They go on social media just like anybody else. And you thinking, oh, by me sending them to therapy, they're going to be all right because I'm out there, I'm grinding for my kids, for my children to have a better future. Kids not worrying about money, not now. All kids looking forward to see that their family is intact, loving and caring for them, home tucking them in the bed. That's all kids is looking for. We already know how that played out. Look at Candy Boris with Riley. How Riley told Candy she never was home. How she called Tide out and said Tide need to take that daddy daycare off of his list because he don't he's not no daddy daycare. He barely home. And I'm gonna say allegedly because it's not their exact words. And even Riley was telling Candy, look, I'm not raising no more children. I did, for the ace, but I'm not raising no more kids. So, like I said, all the children want is to see that their family are getting along and home. That's it. They're not worrying about all that money. What's the purpose? I talk about it all the time. What's the purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your soul, losing your daggone mind, as you can see right there? Guys, can't you see that that is just a cheap trick? That's all it is. Just a cheap trick. And I sit there and I watched the entire video of season 2 and I saw this right here. All this right here is because of the love of almighty dollars. And knowing that, you had a track record, knowing that all this stuff is just going to explode. And that's what you're seeing. Because you cannot make a show on somebody else's behalf. How would you like it if someone constantly sitting there making a show about you and you cannot defend yourself? But what I blame also, I blame Martell because Martell, you are the king to your own home. And if you say that you are the provider of your own home, you could have ceased that fire. And by Martell's, I'm saying Martell could have ceased that fire when he saw that it was getting out of hand because I was watching a clip where Maurice was telling him, pretty much it's getting out of hand. And what Martell said, I enjoy that train ride, but you never know. It's not going to be the ride that you think because the devil does not play fair. You have to be careful because what goes up must come down. And what he said, he called Arionne a peasant. You think she was going to sit there and, she was going to just sit there lightly? No. He even said that Arionne was calling Mel and told Mel everything. Like I said, this is nothing new. We all have done some dumb things. I know I have done. I did some dumb things. Only difference is that my life was not on display for the whole entire world to pull it apart. But we live and we learn. And the only reason why they cannot get past all this because they made it as a show, a crap show, a S show. And this right here, this is the results of it. So now, like I said, it's like a cancel. It's been spread because, like I said, you have to be careful of what you ask for. Much is given, much is required. And I came on and I was praying. I was saying, God, show me how to come forth with this right here. Because this right here, this is a lot. This right here is a lot. And I do understand, like I said, what every last one of them is going through. And it's going to need, they're going to need more than therapy. All of them going to need therapy. But first you got to sit there and you got to let it go. You got to let it go. If it's getting the best of you, if it's tearing you apart, if you cannot control your emotions. Because these people on the outside, they don't care. All they looking for is entertainment. Somebody to sit there and give them a good show. Or if they're a blogger, so they can come out and they can monetize off it. So you think that these people caring about you? You looking like you about to lose it, spilling all your guts enough to get you in trouble. But like I said, when you come on and you put your life on display, you got to be careful. You got to be sure of what you are doing. Because if not, it's going to eat you up. It's going to suck the life out of you. If you think that I'm in this game just to make money, you can't be in this game and say, I'm just only going to make money. So I'm going to sell my soul. Once I make enough money, I'm out. No, the devil don't play like that. And once you in, that's it. He gonna lock you down. And I see it because I had to allow the spirit to allow me to see all this stuff that is happening. And you say, why are you worrying about these people? Because, like I said, this is where our people at. Guys, nothing good come out of stuff like this unless you able to handle this. Most marriages that comes on reality show, you already know that if you got a marriage, a good strong marriage, and you bring it on these reality shows, then you have to be you should know exactly what you're going to face. Most marriages, when they come on, it does not last. It does not last. You know what it is, but yet you still want to be a part of it. And I advise you right now, if you have small children, don't sign up for something like that because I promise you, your marriage is not going to last. Because now that we are in the era of social media where we now can actually get so close to these people, we can stalk them and slum on their business page. And these people now, they going to find where these people live at, their address, their business. It's not like how it was back then, but now we got social media where we could track these people down. And these people have made these reality shows to become so personally. Now it have gotten out of hand. And I'm so glad when it came to Tisha and came to Marcel, where Tisha didn't listen to all this mess. But it's going to be a time where the devil is not going to let up. And they're going to keep poking and poking and poking. If that's what you love, money. But if you are about your family, he can't come because there's a strong fence when it comes to a family that's intact, a family that's love each other, where you can say, even if they pay me $1 million, I'm not going to sell my family out for it. I don't care how much money it is. I'm not going to sell my soul and I'm not going to sell my family. And when you say that, then the devil goes to flee because he don't have nothing else to use against you. But when you in this relationship and you say, I got to be famous, I got to be rich. Oh, the devil hear that. That's why I read that scripture to you. That's why I read that scripture to you. You have to be careful of what you ask for. All riches does you got is the price. Is the price that you're going to pay. You're going to pay. And the cost is like I said, the cost is very severe. So all I can say right there, guys, we just got to be careful. We got to be careful of what we ask for. Let me read it again. First Timothy 6 and 9. It says, but those who want to be rich fall into temptation. Do you know what that means? Do you know what temptation means? The first thing we're going to say, oh, the devil, the devil. No, it's not the devil. You had a choice. The devil hands not even in this until you make that step to get yourself into this mess. And that's when he gonna have a field day. But it's our own temptation, is our own desires that gets us in these predicaments. And once you get into that, like you said, and he traps so many senseless, so many weak people, that's how he traps you. That's why so many people are in the predicament that they are in now because of temptation. What it says, for those who want to be rich fall into temptation and are trapped by many senseless and harmful desires. What's the purpose of having all the cars? What's the purpose of having all the houses when inside you live in miserable as all outdoors? You can't even enjoy it. You up all night trying to plot how you going to keep what you got. And once you realize it was not worth it, because like I said, material stuff cannot build a solid foundation. That is like building a house on sinking sand. That stuff is not going to last. But now you got your kids all messed up. Your kids don't even know you anymore. Didn't Marcel's dad came in and told it to him? You chasing all that money, but when you go home, you're not going to recognize your wife, her hair all gray. You're not going to recognize your children, or your children don't even want to be around you because they pretty much don't even know you. So what's the purpose of gaining all that stuff? And like I said, guys, the only reason why I can tell you, because like I said, I lived all this stuff right here. Nothing is new under the sun. I cannot tell you anything that I never been through. And this right here, this is real talk. But all I can say right here is that the only way that they can fix it, they got to let something go. Either you want your family or you want fame and fortune. Some people pretty much feel that they can juggle both. But you show me one person right now that was able to juggle fame and fortune and their family. You got to choose. Choose this day who you're going to serve. Choose. If you're going to serve Bel, you serve Bel. If you're going to serve God, then you serve God. But you cannot sit there and serve both. You cannot have two masters. Masters. You can't sit there and dip and dabble in the things of the world. That's like sinking on sinking sand. You can't do that. And like I said, when it comes to my channel is not for everyone. It's not for everyone because, like I said, one thing about the truth gonna slowly but surely find its way back home. I cannot compromise for any clicks and likes. If you coming in here thinking that, you going to hear something that's going to tickle your ears, I'm sorry, boo boo, wrong channel. Wrong channel. Because this right here, guys, this is real. This is real. And you can't keep dipping and dabbing in the things of this world and don't think that it's going to be consequences and repercussions. You're going to have to pay the piper, especially if that's what you love the most, because the devil is not going to use anything but what you love the most. And you would say, oh my God, but Mel went through this. Mel went through that. That is not fair. No, it's not fair. Life is not fair. But Mel is not the only one that went through all this stuff. Mel chose to take her pain and use it for gain. She traded in her pain for fame and fortune. And this right here is the result. This is the outcome. It's a dead end. And you cannot say, oh, God this, God that. God does not bless mess. I don't give a care how much you say, oh, I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it, and I know this is of God. You're going to know what is God and what is the devil. Because you don't have to go out there and chase money, fame, and fortune. Money should be chasing you. But a lot of stuff that we going to be accountable for, a lot of stuff that we going to have to answer for. But all I can say when it comes to Arionne Curry, girl, back off. I don't care how much that they are out there. And I know it hurt, how they dragging you. But like I say, they can't drag if you don't sit there and put fuel to the fire. Your chances come, but your chance cannot come long as you entertaining all this stuff. All these people are on social media only trying to get you off, get you out of place. That's their way of trying to pull you out so they can drag you. It's just like roach spray. When you want to get a roach out of whatever, what you're gonna do? You're gonna start spraying Raid, and that's all these people doing. They throwing all this stuff out there, making all these videos because what they trying to do, they trying to pull you out. It's just a cheap trick, and all of them might be one of the. I mean, they probably be good people where they most likely will give you the shirt off of their back. But by you handling everything and smearing it and making it so dark and demonic, that's all people see because this is their playground. Social media can be a beast. I would love to make a reaction video because I'm more of a visual person where I can show you demonic stuff that's all wrapped up in this. Where even Kimmy told Melody on, I think it was season 2, well, social media is a beast. It is. Yeah, they'll raise you so high, but stop doing what they want you to do. They'll pull that right from under you. That's why we have to be careful who holding your ladder because they'll shake you right off it. And why you think that real actors and actresses, they don't want to be a part of reality shows. They try to stay so far away. They rather keep it script But if you saying you coming on a reality show, then you got to be about that life. If not, this day, these people gonna comb through it. And as you can see, these people start, I mean, they comb through with a fine tooth comb. They going to find out. They gonna find everything that they want to find out about you. So whatever is in the dark, you better make sure that it's in the light. Which most likely, that's why the judge had told Melanie they want all the records, the internet, the phone records, they want it all. Believe me, you can't hide nothing these days. You can't be sneaky and slide and thinking that you're going to go out there and put out information, throw the rock and hide your hands, and these people is not going to find it. These people are going to find it. And you cannot say, oh, they are being wrong. Oh, they are being hard on this person because you don't see the little small foxes. I don't think that the judge going to make a ruling and be biased. I don't think that the Lord is going to sit there and have a change of mind. And what I mean by that is when you keep putting your hands in all this stuff right here, even if you are right, you ties God's hands because you became God. You put yourself in the mix of it instead of letting go and let God. And usually that's how it happens. And guys, like I said, I don't know no other way to tell you, but just tell it to you this way right here. So when I look at these reality shows, I don't look at it the way that you guys look at it. But all I can say right now is make sure that you think about these children because it's going to come back and it's going to bite you in the butt. And I cannot sit there and just keep saying Martell. Everybody's saying Martell going to jail, Arionne going to jail. Come on, guys, be real. Be real. Do you think that the court? Do you think they really sitting there watching this stuff? And they getting aroused like you are? Come on, be real. This is this is right here. You put your life on display. This is the results. But like I said, guys, this is the only way that I can come out. This is the only way that I can go ahead and say it. We have to just be careful how we play on the devil's playground. We have to be careful of what comes out of our mouth. Because like I say, the devil does not play fair. He does not play fair. There's power in the tongue. When you say, when they go low, you take it to hell. When you say that you like this train ride, then that's the ride that you're going to get. You cannot play with people's lives and then make a show about it. Because, like I say, you might not like the ending. And as you can see, this right here is a disaster. This is totally different than what Real Housewives of Atlanta and all those other reality shows because of Martell and Melody mess. They the ones sit there and brought this show into a very dark place. It's not nobody else. The Tishas, the Scotts. It's not none of them because they barely air these people. but they can show you some positive. And I don't care if people say, "Oh, nobody's not gonna watch. It's boring." Ain't nothing wrong with a little drama, because we love drama. That's why our people at. We got to get our ears tickled. So ain't nothing wrong with a little drama. But like I said, what you put out, be ready to expect what's gonna come back. But if you using it and you putting your children in front of it as your shield, then that's wrong. Because your children should not be a part of this. Your children should not even be in this mess. They shouldn't even know what's going on. But that's messed up, guys, because you're going to pay for it. You reap what you sow. And it was a reason why the judge did not want it. Martell and Melanie, made a decision to not film the kids. Because what you was doing is you was putting the kids in a part of it. Look how Martell was saying the producers was asking Melanie and Martell, who you favor. What person would do something like that? What person would do something like that? Oprah should have went ahead and fired that person. That network should have fired that person, that producer who even asked a question like that. Because that right there was messed up. And another part was messed up when Melanie had one of the kids going around, spying on Martell. And the kid saw that because the child mentioned it on TV. So and nobody can say that, oh, we just beating up on one person. No, it's not beating up on one person. Maybe you guys might be beating up on one person, but in here, like I said, I'm gonna speak my truth. I'm gonna stand on my truth. I'm gonna call it like it is, how I see it. And you might not like it, but all I could say, just say ouch or chew the fish and spit out the bones. Because I don't know these people. But I can tell you that nothing is new under the sun. But take your hands off of those babies. That's all I can say. Leave the babies out there. If you want to make your life a mess, then leave the kids out. The kids should not be no a part of that. Don't even mention the children. Not for drama like this. Maybe y'all have some special events, little gathering. You could talk about the kids, but in grown folks stuff, no, kids shouldn't even be a part of that. That's all I'm saying, guys. Because it was your choice. It wasn't the kids that signed up for this. You signed up for this. And we can't say point the finger at one person. But I can say no way in the world that I would have brought this show to a reality if I know I couldn't handle it. If I would have never put it on display if I know I couldn't handle it. You got to be really strong to handle stuff like that. Even NeNe couldn't even handle it. When at the end, NeNe was losing it. NeNe was losing her hair and everything else. Is a price. The only way that you can allow this stuff not to get the best of you, you got to look at it like Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore look at it as a job. Candy look at it as a job. Candy, she's squeezing everything she can out of it. Candy, I mean, most of all of her businesses came from all for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Candy knows how to work the show. And she's trying to teach Sheree. Sheree, one of the OGs. Sheree should have been farther than what she is today. But they didn't know how to separate the business from their personal life. Candy didn't mind talking about her personal business, but she didn't let it affect her. She take her business and she take them lemons and she started making lemonades out of it. When she went through all the stuff with Phaedra Parks and Portia Williams, what Candy did, Candy took all that mess and she capitalized off it. Anytime when they say something negative about Candy, what Candy do? She showed them something different where she can make money off it. So that means that she didn't let this get to her. But these people right here, these days, they cannot separate the wheat from the tare, the sheep from the goat. They don't know how to separate the two. But they need to learn from Kenya Moore, and they need to learn from not Kenya Moore, because Kenya Moore is just a train wreck. She'll sit there, and I'm gonna say allegedly, she'll end up hiring somebody to come on. But like I said, she looked at it as a job. Now Candy made some big bucks off of this, but the rest of them, most of them couldn't even handle it. Look at Lisa Van, what's her name? Lisa Van Trump, the white lady on Beverly Hills. She made a fortune off it. She didn't let nobody get the best of her. And she was boring as all outdoors because she didn't let it affect her. And the thing about it is that we didn't get too involved in these people's personal business like we are with Real Housewives of Atlanta. Not Love and Marriage in Huntsville. Maybe because it's a black producer, is a black network, is a black cast. You know how we love to do our own people. Maybe that's why we got so heavily involved in it because we don't mess with too much stuff when it's the other people. We ain't gonna sit there and try to tear them down. So maybe it could be that why we so involved in it. But I just don't understand. Let me know, guys. Like I say, leave a comment. Why we so invested in Love and Marriage in Huntsville than all the rest of the reality shows that's out there? Is it something that you guys have against Carlos King? Because we know that you guys start coming after Carlos King, wanted him to get fired from his own shows that he produced. Make it make sense. Going on these people business page. I mean, thinking, gloating, overseeing a black person demise. They're helping tearing these people business down. But most likely it's easy to clean up because all they have to look at was you getting bad reports before the show. And they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna clean it up because they did the same thing on Real Housewives of Atlanta. How they was giving this lady, they called her the cookie lady, gave her bad reports until they realized she only got it because of fans, over zealous fans. We got to be some miserable people to do stuff like this. But like I say, this is where our people at. That's why when I get a chance, honey, trust me, I'm gonna tell it like it is, whether you like it or not. Because what if someone shine a light into your house and see all the skeletons that fell out your closet? Like I said, none of us are righteous. We all was once filthy rags. We all got a story. And if you don't have a story, if you never been through, keep living. Keep living. And you're gonna see ain't none of us perfect. Each and every day we count it like sheep for the slaughter. But don't let your goods be evil spoken of. Don't cast your pearls to swines. Don't try to dip and dab and straddle the fence because you have to choose one or the other. You can't have it both ways. This ain't no McDonald's or Burger King. Have it your way. But guys, I got about 30 more seconds, and after that, that's it. Like I said, to you, some people may not used to this type of talking, but I'm not the person, to tear down. If I do tear it down, I'm gonna build it back up. But I'm not gonna just keep tearing and ripping a person up. I can show you your ways because, like I said, I've been through it. Who could tell it better? I've been on both sides. I was a young mother, very young teenager. My husband cheated. I cheated. We've been through hell and back. But the only difference is that we didn't allow the outside to interfere in, and that's where their problems are. But all I can say right there, is stop feigning the fire. And if you put it out there, be ready for what's going to come. That's all I can say. But know your boundaries. No way in the world that the kids' names should even be a part of that. And that's where I blame Martell at. I blame Martell on that part. You know, keep your personal business, keep the children out of it. Whatever you guys want to do, if you guys want to rip each other to shreds, do it because y'all signed up for it. The kids didn't. So, guys, on that note, I done did an hour. Didn't even think I was going to do an hour, but yes, I went ahead and I did an hour, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna close it up. So, guys, all I can say is just be blessed. When you come on this channel, this is the type of talking that I do. I I I don't know no other way. Okay, I type of person. I'm gonna call it like it is. I'm gonna stay on the I'm gonna stay grounded, That's it because I speak truth. So guys, you all have a blessed day. Enjoy the rest of your day and peace out.